What's good, YouTube? Eddie Anthony coming at you with a new shoe review. Like I said in my last video, I'm going to be coming out with these new videos rapid fire, dropping them very frequently, so make sure you stay up to date with all the videos. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you see all those pop up as they are uploaded. Today we are getting into something I picked up a few months ago that just released recently. I picked them up actually a couple weeks before they released, found them on GOAT for what ended up being a steal considering how high the prices skyrocketed after they released. So I got these at a great price. It's heat. I'm going to review today the Sean Wotherspoon Nike Air Max 97 1 collaboration. So looking at the box, as you can see, it's a red Nike Air Max box, but they've done something a little bit unique with this one, bringing in all of the different shades of corduroy that you see on the 97 1 collaboration. They bring that into the Nike logo here on the box, which is seen on pretty much all sides except for this side because it has my size tag, but it's pretty much seen on all sides of the box. You also notice when you actually have this box in your hand, the cardboard they used, it's just a little thicker. Like, I don't really know how to describe it. It's a bit more robust to the material that they used for the cardboard. Not a big deal, but it is something that you notice if you have other Nike boxes lying around and then you pick this one up. This one definitely feels a bit more premium. All right, guys, and then as we open the box, you can see that these shoes have a bit more air inside of them, which don't know what the significance is of that. All Air Max 1 soles are the same, but a little bit of branding there from Nike. You can see that more air is in the same corduroy pattern we saw on the outside of the box. Below that, there's a little bit of detail on the shoes and their design and what the story is behind this sneaker and how it came to be. So if you guys want to pause that, you're more than welcome to. Let's get into the shoe. So as you can see, it's an entirely corduroy upper in 6-7 different shades of corduroy throughout the upper of the shoe. So starting at the top here, you see we have that yellow corduroy that goes down the tongue around the lace holes, and then you see that same yellow on the laces themselves. If you guys can see that there, they actually give you metallic lace tips. One of them is like a silver color, the other one is like a gold color. It's little details, man. There's a ton of small details on this shoe that to the average person walking by, they wouldn't notice. You know, they just see a really bright, vibrant shoe. But to the person who knows about the shoe and knows the history, they're going to recognize those details. And that's what sets this shoe apart from the rest. On the tongue, you see we have that Velcro patch with the wave on it because you have to keep it wavy with this shoe. That patch is removable. You can replace it with a blue Nike swoosh if you prefer a more simple look. But honestly, if you're rocking this shoe, simple is not a word that's in your vocabulary. You're looking for something loud, something vibrant. So you gotta keep that wave running, man. Moving past the yellow corduroy, you see we have like a gray colored corduroy, then a very nice coral corduroy, then more of a vibrant blue, like a purple indigo, forest green, and then like a brown down here. These colors just look so good together. Like, these are all colors that you wouldn't necessarily think would look well together, but for some reason on this shoe, it just works. It looks so good. And if you guys can, I don't know if my camera's gonna focus, but if it does, you can see that each one of those corduroy panels is facing a different direction. The direction of the corduroy on each one of those is going in a different direction, which kind of gives this shoe a bit more texture. It makes it stand out a bit more, each panel of corduroy. So that's something you notice when you get up close to it and you kind of see the texture of the corduroy and which direction it's facing. Down here we have a yellow stitched Nike swoosh matching the yellow corduroy up here. Then over on this side we have a blue Nike swoosh. This thing just has swooshes all over the place apparently. And that blue matches the corduroy right in that area. Moving to the back, you see on the pull tab, we have a gray pull tab which says VA to LA, which represents Sean Wotherspoon's journey from Virginia, where he was from, over to Los Angeles, where he started his career and opened up his secondhand store known as Round 2, which is a vintage clothing store in Los Angeles. So that kind of goes into the design of the shoe as well, that his love for vintage clothing and how this kind of has a vintage vibe using those two retro silhouettes in the 97 and the Air Max 1. Yeah, one of them's from the 80s, one of them's from the 90s, but they come together so well, and that really represents his love for vintage fashion using that corduroy. I didn't think I'd be rocking a corduroy shoe in 2018. I didn't think I'd be rocking corduroy, period. But this is done so well and it's so classy that this shoe is the perfect example of corduroy done right in 2018. Very impressed with the way this was pulled off. Moving to the midsole, you see it's an off-white color with like that really vibrant, like it's like a solar red air bubble, which is the only place on the shoe where you see that vibrant color. It's a bit more saturated than the coral we see right here or the coral we see on the outsole. And on the outsole, there is coral. You see a gray, you see that vibrant blue, and then back up here to yellow. So again, there's nothing about this shoe that isn't unique. Every aspect of it, they did something that on paper seems kind of out there, but the way they were able to execute and pull this off just makes the shoe seem so well put together. It seems like it should be all over the place and look like a mess based on, you know, if someone described this shoe to you and you didn't see it, it would sound like a disaster because there's just so much going on. But when you actually see this shoe in person, they just did such a good job with it. Like, I think personally, this is the best shoe of 2018. I can't really call it a new silhouette just because it's borrowing from other silhouettes, but I think the way they pulled it off, it just looks so good. I'm so impressed. This is an Air Max Fusion. For those of you who remember Jordan Fusions, this is an Air Max Fusion, but they actually pulled it off. Moving to the inside, another unique feature of the shoe is we have this velvet all along the interior of the shoe. On the inside of the tongue and then going around the sock liner is a yellow velvet. And then moving down to the insole itself, you see we have blue velvet. And there is a stitched patch on the inside of that insole with a smiley face that has a Nike swoosh for the smile. Have you ever seen this before? It's ridiculous. Sean Wotherspoon, you knocked it out of the park, man. This is so impressive. I really hope that Nike saw how well this shoe did and they invite you back to make a shoe every year because you killed it. This looks so good. I'm excited to see what else you can do. Like, clearly you have a good vision for what footwear should look like, and I hope that you come back and do this again every year. So that's going to do it for the review portion of this shoe. I'm super impressed. I hope I went over all the details well with you guys. Let me know in the comments what you think of the video, what you think of the shoe. This is just a killer shoe that looks great in person and great on foot, and that's where we're going next, to the on foot portion of this review. Thank you all for watching another sneaker review from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the review and the on foot. Please stay tuned to the channel because I'm going to be doing some clothing reviews, I think, up next, as well as some more shoe reviews on some things I picked up. As you see behind me here, some stuff I haven't reviewed. I reviewed the 270s. That video is a few back, but the Atmos pack right here, I have not reviewed those yet, so that's going to be something to look forward to on the channel, as well as a few other sneakers that I haven't had a chance to review. So like I said in the last one, I'm trying to knock out as many videos as I can over the next couple of weeks, and as those are edited, they will be uploaded, so you guys can get that stuff as soon as it's uploaded by subscribing to the channel. Follow me on the social media at Eddie Anthony on Twitter and Instagram, where you can stay up to date with what's going on in my life. That's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. This is Eddie Anthony signing out.